the point of contact. Don't offer bribe. And if it's taken from you, revert to us. Don't give.
Once again, Nigeria's chief marketer continues to demarket Nigeria. Why did Tinubu warn the Qataris against officials who might seek bribes from them? Isn't that an indictment on himself? This simply means that he doesn't have confidence in people he appointed. In fact, it shows that he willfully appointed people who are susceptible to taking bribes, as can be seen in some of the ministers, especially the Minister for Humanitarian Affairs, who has been suspended for wiring government money into private accounts. So it shows that he doesn't have confidence in the people he appointed by himself. In fact, he threw all of them under the bus. In fact, in a normal climb, there will be mass resignation in the cabinet, because when your boss is openly telling the world that he doesn't have confidence in you, what are you doing again working for the same boss? So telling foreigners to report directly to you means you don't have confidence in the people you appointed to do the job on your behalf. So it means he wants to do the job alone despite appointing 48 ministers, the largest in Nigeria's history. Tinubu warning the Qataris about officials who might seek bribes from them is already a huge red flag to any potential investor. He will say, these people openly seek bribes? Then there's no hope, no need, let me just forget about going to this country. Anyway, it's very difficult to know actually what Tinubu is doing, what formula he's operating. He says he's seeking for foreign investors, that's why he's making all these foreign trips. But remember when he went to the US, when he rang the bell at the New York Stock Exchange, on the sidelines they told him that Nigeria doesn't have all the indices to attract foreign investment at this time. They told it to him point blank to his face. So if people who criticize him at home, Nigerians, patriots that criticize and say no, do this first, get this infrastructure on the ground, implement this, implement that, then foreign investors will come rushing on their own. Just like P2B described it, he said that foreign investors are like bees. Wherever they see honey, they rush to that place. So if Americans told him this point blank, hey, you do not qualify for foreign investment at this time, why is he now going to Asia thinking that they will say, okay, despite the Americans refusing to invest, telling you that they will not come at this time, we will take the risk and come and invest? The problem is no one is coming to invest. You see, before a foreign company will move overseas to invest, they must conduct a due diligence. And there's a very high chance that the company that will do the due diligence for them will be either an American firm or an English firm. Will these companies lie to them about the investment climate in Nigeria? Absolutely not. So why are they wasting our time? From another angle, looking at the policies Tinubu implemented so far, it seems he's looking for foreign companies that will come and invest here, set up shop and just focus on exports. All his policies are geared towards creating a slave labor in Nigeria. He increased the customs duty, which discourages imports. He also devalued the naira and floated the currency. So all these policies hit hard on the purchasing power of Nigerians. So any foreign company coming to invest here wouldn't be expected to make sales because the purchasing power is very low right now. That's the problem. Companies operating here are all announcing serious losses. MTN Nigeria made a loss of 740 billion naira. Not even talking about Nestle and others that are yet to announce theirs. Let's assume that in their expectation that these foreign companies will come and brave it and say, hey, let's forget about all these losses that companies that are operating in Nigeria are making for the moment. We will see a way to make profit. Now, think about what every foreign company is expected to do in Nigeria before they start manufacturing any product. They are expected to produce their own electric power that will power their equipment and assembly line. They must provide their own water supply to the factory, and possibly they are expected to pave the road in front of their factory wherever they establish. So in their thinking, they feel that any foreign company will ignore all these obstacles and just focus on the slave labor they've created out of Nigerians. Yes, by diminishing their purchasing power and making them poorer. They've successfully created a slave labor. Even China, that started out like that, today they've created a massive middle class to the extent that companies are looking at other countries where they will start manufacturing. They are looking at Vietnam and other Southeast Asian countries. Because of higher wages in China, it's become expensive to manufacture in China. Coming back to Nigeria, is that the kind of prosperity citizens wish in Nigeria? To work for peanuts for foreigners and they export their products and you wallow in poverty? Is that the kind of prosperity Nigerians are wishing on themselves? Let's put it in perspective. Forget about being Nigerian or not. Assuming you're an investor, you see two countries. One has everything you can think of. Their country is so appealing that you just bring your equipment and immediately start manufacturing. Nothing is needed. Compare that to the second country where nothing exists. You are expected to spend up to 40% of your capital providing basic infrastructure before you can start manufacturing. Which country will you choose? It's very simple. No one will invest in the second country. This is business. This is capitalism. It doesn't care about sentiments. So why are they wasting our time? This is the problem. Stop wasting our time. Do the right thing or allow someone else to do it quickly. Others are moving very far ahead and we are moving backwards. This is the problem.
It's a warehouse in Tasha. People are hungry.
Residents looted the warehouse of NEMA in Abuja yesterday. This is to show you the magnitude of problem we have in Nigeria. People have now moved from looting trucks, hijacking trucks on the highway and looting them, to moving into warehouses where food is stored. This made the owner of this warehouse to move his goods to another location with the police escort. So what will happen when they move into the market and start breaking shops to loot them? And the businessmen who own these shops are not able to replenish their stock. That means all the food will dry out in the market. You won't be able to buy food again. Yes, if someone invests his money, he's supposed to make profit, but when he loses everything, he can't be able to continue doing the business. And the government is doing absolutely nothing. Isn't it shameful that Nigeria, that is not at war, is receiving food donated by a country like Ukraine that is at war with Russia? Think of it for a moment. It's a nice gesture though, but we should do more. At least we will not need any foreign investor to farm. Yes, Nigerian farmers might need all the new techniques in order to improve yield when they farm, but we can do all this by ourselves. All they need to do is to look inwards. If Nigerians are not investing in their own country, if Nigerians are making losses, Nigerian companies are making huge losses in their own country, it's time to look inwards and find out why they are making the losses and solve all the problems instead of looking abroad and thinking that someone will bring the solution from abroad and magically and miraculously things will work out for the same person despite being in the same economy that other companies are making losses. It doesn't make any sense. They should stop wasting our time. Look inwards and do the right thing and sort out these problems because we are headed to anarchy. Yes. From looting to fighting in the streets, from attacking innocent people, it will get there. Look at other countries where it happened. Also, there's no justifiable excuse from the government not to support food production. Food is a basic need of man. They must support the growing of food. Palliative will not work. It's not sustainable. If you give a family of 4 a bag of rice today, will you give them again tomorrow? Even if they are able to give them, will they also pay their house rent, pay their transportation, pay their hospital bills? The list goes on and on. So it's time they started doing the job, not running around the whole world thinking they're deceiving anyone. They should stop wasting our time. Thanks for watching.